Long ago in the land of Egypt, the Israelites were trapped in slavery. They worked from sunrise to sunset, building, carrying, and toiling under the hot sun. But their cries for help reached heaven, and God was listening. Far away, a shepherd named Moses was caring for his sheep. One day he saw something strange, a bush on fire. But the bush wasn't burning up. Then a voice called his name. Moses, Moses. It was the voice of God. God told Moses to go to Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, and say these words, "Let my people go." Moses stood in Pharaoh's grand palace and gave God's command. But Pharaoh laughed. "Who is the Lord that I should obey him?" He refused to let the people go. So God sent signs and wonders to show his power. First the river turned to blood, then frogs everywhere, in beds, in bread, even in Pharaoh's crown. Next came lice, flies, and sickness for the animals, painful boils, fiery hail, clouds of locusts, and 3 days of total darkness. Still Pharaoh's heart stayed hard. Finally, one last terrible plague came, and Pharaoh's pride was broken. Through tears he said, "Go, take your people, serve your God." At last, the Israelites were free. Men, women, children, and animals marched out of Egypt together. Ahead of them, God sent a pillar of cloud to lead the way by day, and a pillar of fire to guide them by night. But Pharaoh changed his mind. "Why did I let them go?" he roared. He ordered his army to prepare their fastest horses and chariots, and soon the ground shook with the sound of hundreds of wheels racing across the desert. The Israelites reached the Red Sea. A huge wall of water stretched as far as they could see. Behind them, the Egyptian army was coming fast. The people panicked. "Moses, did you bring us here to die?" But Moses stood tall and said, "Do not be afraid. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord." God told Moses to lift his staff over the water, and then it happened. The wind roared, the waters trembled, and before their very eyes, the sea split in two. Walls of water rose high on each side, and a dry path appeared down the middle. It was a miracle. The Israelites stepped into the seabed. They walked between the towering waves, with glowing fish swimming beside them. God's cloud of fire held the Egyptian army back until his people were safe. Then Pharaoh's army charged into the sea. As the last Israelite stepped onto the far shore, God told Moses to stretch out his hand again. The waters came crashing back. The Egyptian army was swept away, and the people were free, truly free. They sang and danced with joy. Miriam, Moses' sister, led the women with tambourines, singing, "The Lord has triumphed gloriously. The horse and rider he has thrown into the sea." God had rescued his people just as he promised. Now they would follow him to the land he had prepared. And they would never forget that day when God turned an impossible path into a miracle road. The Lord will fight for you. Exodus 14:14.